Good morning. Welcome to the County Commissioners Work Session for July 5th. We'll start with the Judicial Center.
Morning, guys.
Morning, Tim.
Morning, Tim.
I'm here to get a new contract ratified. It's a 5-year contract for Cummins generator. It will be the inspections and the maintenance on the generator at the Judicial Center. I budgeted $6,900 and the new contract for 5 years is $6,912.60. And Commissioner Henry has already signed that, so I'm looking to get it ratified.
Okay. Any
That's
questions?
total for the 5 years.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Questions for Tim?
No.
Thank you, Tim.
Thanks,
Okay,
Tim.
thank you.
Sheriff Powers. Morning, Dave.
Morning, Dave.
I'm here to ask for approval to renew the contract with Promedium. That's our online license to carry.
Questions for Dave?
Nope.
Thank you, Dave.
Thank you.
Assessment.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Morning, Mr.
Morning,
Galvin.
Joe.
So, little packet of stuff here.
Thank you, sir.
Thanks, Joe.
Thank you, Joe.
We just have a few refunds here for processing. There's a handy spreadsheet there up front. And just going down in order, we have for Keyser in Cambridge Springs Borough. We have a notation on the old property record card dating back to approximately 1995. In case the owner reported an attached garage had been removed. For whatever reason, the office neglected to review the parcel. The garage has remained on tax roll since then. So pursuant to the statute, there's a request for 6 years of refunding of taxes. The current year has already been done. For Cornell and Conneaut Lake Borough, in 1989, an enclosed porch was removed from the dwelling and replaced with an open deck. The office got the open deck but forgot to take off the enclosed porch. So again, pursuant the 6 years and the current year has already been removed. For Garciny in Salisbury Township, we have a case of a double assessed cottage. Situated on the parcel, a cottage located at 12013 Typher Avenue. In 2013, this office added the cottage that is located at 12,001 Typher Avenue. So this is a case of double assessment. Same thing with regard to 6-year refund. Current year has already been corrected. For Scobie in West Shenango, a permit effective for 2022 was issued for the demolition of the mobile home, which the office did, but there was an addition to the mobile home that was left on. Same thing with regard to the processing of the requested refund. And finally, for Fritz in Summit Township, we have another case of double assessment. 2008, a rear lot was added to the original parcel, increasing the land assessment by $1,920. In 2021, a 30 by 40 garage sits on the rear lot was added, increasing. However, been brought to our attention that this rear lot and new garage are actually attached and assessed in the neighboring parcel. This is now where the GIS project is a great assist to us, because back when it was originally done, we couldn't have gone on the site and seen which parcel actually it should probably be physically located on. So those are the refunds for processing.
Thank you. Any questions for Joe?
No.
Thank you, Joe.
Thanks, Joe.
Chris, do you want to handle public defender?
Well, I would if I knew exactly what.
We ratified.
So
the
we're,
contract.
Wes is asking for ratification of a $3,000 monthly and $75 hourly contract for legal representation on a temporary basis. And I'm familiar that we're doing this, but I don't know if he's asking for the general framework of the contract or a specific attorney. So, I mean, until I'll get clarification from him for next week's voting
Okay.
meeting, but that's the general premise of what he's asking for.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, right. I know we have signed contracts, but that's what I don't know if this is related to those individual ones or just the overall, so I'm not sure why he's not here, so I'll check with him.
Thank you. Okay. Register recorder? Morning, Beth.
Morning, Beth.
I'm here requesting approval of the emergency agreement with All Paid to provide credit card services in the Register Recorder's office at no cost to the county. All equipment will be provided by All Paid and all fees will be paid by the credit card user. The attorney Keith Button has reviewed the contract.
Any questions for Beth? Thank you, Beth. Public safety, Greg is actually away on vacation, I believe. I'll handle Greg's. 6A is approve the annual maintenance agreement with Brightspeed for the 2 command post phone systems at the backup center. Cost is budget expense of $6,613. Brightspeed was formerly Lumen and formerly CenturyLink. B is the approval of payment of $9,594.81 to Commsys for the ASAP to PSAP system, which went live on June 19th. Previously approved at $9,500, just now being billed as the work is complete. And then C, approve 3 DPS 911 employees to attend the PA NINA conference, September 14th and 15th in State College. The total approximate cost is $768. Planning?
Morning, Commissioners.
Morning,
Zachary.
We are asking for approval to pay an invoice from Porter Consulting Engineers in the amount of $11,195.39. This is for the Heidi Cooper Park Improvement Project. It's for their engineering services and paid for out of the CDBG CV3 contract that we have.
Okay.
We're also asking for approval to pay an invoice to Stifler McGraw in the amount of $5,770.50. This is for the Church Run Flood Mitigation Plan. It's paid for out of the CDBG 2021 Titusville contract.
Okay.
We're asking for approval to pay an invoice from Michael Baker International in the amount of $9,703.58. This is for the county's comprehensive plan project and is paid for out of the state facilities transition closure program.
Okay.
And finally, we're asking for approval via resolution to appoint Kristen Hauser to the Northwest Commission's Transportation Advisory Committee as a representative from the Planning Commission.
Okay. Any questions for Zach? Thank you, Zach.
Thank you.
County maintenance.
Good morning.
Good morning,
Commissioners.
Jen.
Good morning, Jen.
First thing, I'm asking to ratify approval to pay invoices from the courthouse remodeling project for the HVAC project in the amount of $12,776.
Okay.
Second, asking to ratify approval of an invoice from the courthouse remodeling project again for the new GIS office for $23.88.
Okay.
Asking to ratify approval of an invoice from the courthouse remodeling project for the treasurer's office. This would be the new treasurer's office remodel in the amount of $16.70.
Okay.
Asking to ratify approval of invoices from the courthouse remodeling project for voter services in the amount of $289.46. And asking for approval to pay Brian Noah, project manager, in the amount of $1,368 for professional services from June 1st to June 30th of '23.
Any questions for Jen?
I had one more.
Oh, sorry.
You're trying to cut me off.
I
early,
was.
okay. Asking for approval to award a contract to Mealy Excavation and Construction to relocate the water line for the care center in the amount of $58,957.
Any questions for Jen? Second chance, anyone?
No.
Nobody?
Thank you.
All right, thank you, Jen.
Thank
Thank you.
Human Services?
Morning.
Morning, Sue.
Morning, Sue.
Requesting approval of the purchase requisition to Leonard's Auto for a spare tire kit for vehicle 18. Total cost is $756.62. The cost to the county is $131.23. This is a budgeted item. Requesting approval of the purchase requisition to Leonard's Auto for a spare tire kit for vehicle number 40. The total cost is $756.62. The cost to the county is $131.23. This is a budgeted item. Requesting approval of the purchase requisition to the Titusville Housing Authority for registration and lodging for the Pennsylvania Association of Housing Redevelopment Agencies Joint Spring Conference and Expo. The total cost is $2,657.69. There is no cost to the county, paid for with the Community Mental Health Services Block Grant Housing Training Scholarship Grant. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYS JP contract with the Crawford County Drug and Alcohol Executive Commission for a variety of outpatient services for CYS consumers and families. The rates for most services remain the same as fiscal year 22-23, except for all 3 individual counseling sessions and group therapy. The Carillon rates for these services increased, and we've agreed to match the Carillon rates. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYS JP contract with Edmund L. Thomas Adolescent Center for detention center services. This is the same service that we contracted for in fiscal year 22-23. The rate has increased from $500 a day to $700 a day. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYS JP contract with Family Services and Children's Aid Society of Venango County for a variety of outpatient drug and alcohol services for CYS consumers and families in Titusville. The rates for most services have increased to match the Carillon rates. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 CYS JP contract with Justice Works Youth Care for their Violation Initiative Program, Short-Term Outreach to Prevent Placement Program, and Just Care Program. These are the same services that we contracted for in fiscal year 22-23. The rates are 3.1% higher than the prior year. The increase is to support costs related to inflation and staff recruitment and retention. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 MHIDEI contract with Marikia, Pennsylvania for family-based mental health services. The family-based mental health program is for families of children with a mental health diagnosis and are at risk of out-of-home placement. The contract maximum is $18,000. The MA billable state match rate is determined by the state and is adjusted every October 1st. Requesting approval of the fiscal year 23-24 professional contract with Eric Nicolason for constable services and mileage. As a Pennsylvania State Constable, Eric provides transportation for 302, 304, and 201 MH warrants, as well as emergency CYS transports as requested. The following contracts have the same services and rates as fiscal year 22-23. Center for Family Services, a CYS JP contract for in-home counseling, parenting education, loss of child, homemaker education, anger management, and peer support advocacy program. Community Alternatives, CYS JP contract for mentoring, homemaking, parenting, anger management, and in-home counseling. Lisa Piero, a CYS JP contract for child interview services and training courses. Vocational and Psychological Services, a CYS JP contract with Vocational and Psychological Services for evaluations, assessments, and court testimony. Center for Family Services, an MHIDEI contract for special outreach, parenting, education, and anger management services.
One question, Sue, what are Carillon rates? Do you say?
Beacon.
Beacons, okay.
Yeah, Beacon's now Carillon.
Okay, that's what I thought. Thank
Yep.
you. Any questions, Sue?
Nope.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Finance?
Okay, finance is responsible to purchase a new scanner for Carrie's position. The one we have is it's an old scanner thing that, maintenance was getting rid of. It's not efficient. We need to have something that's gonna be compatible with Venus and also give her the speed to take on more scanning duties. We were going to get a scanner like what I have at the cost of $850, but in talking to IT on Friday late, we found out that that scanner is no longer, available. They've taken it end of life. So I got with Monica on Monday and today, and we were looking at what is compatible for the replacement, and we've come up with a 6600, which is the cost of $1,364.79. She's still continuing to check pricing on it to see what we can get better, but at this point, this is a medium rate for what we can get it for.
Okay. Any questions for finance? Thank you. Thank you for keep looking into. Commissioners?
I can handle the first one. It's time for a reappointment it's a 2-year term for our private sector representatives in Northwest Commission Board. And I ask for ratifying the reappointment of Victoria Dixon. This will get us a representative on the Northwest Commission Board from the, a Visitors Bureau. There's no one else that represents that area of private sector, so this helps balance out the board, and I'd like to see us ratify that reappointment.
Okay. Gina?
I have an Act 146768 notification from James Fuller for issuance of the water quality management permit and the NPDES permit for a single-family resident in Penfield Township.
Okay. Upcoming events, July 12th is the full session, July 19th through the next work session. Any public comment? Commissioner comments, Commissioner Staub,
Nothing today, thank you.
Commissioner Wiederspin.
I have nothing today, sir.
Okay, we'll see you next week. Thank you.